Your computer is being watched right now, and the one watching is Microsoft. Every document you open, every password you type, every private message you send is being monitored. Windows is still the default operating system on hundreds of millions of PCs worldwide and across a huge share of those machines. Microsoft is quietly deploying a new generation of AI features that do not just assist you. They watch you, read your screen, and quietly reach into your personal files without ever asking for your permission first. This is not about one controversial feature that you can turn off in settings and forget about. This is about an entire ecosystem of AI surveillance tools being baked directly into the operating system you depend on every single day. In November 2024, Microsoft began testing experimental AI agents on Windows 11 that run silently in the background with read and write access to your documents, downloads, desktop pictures, videos, and music. At the same time, the company launched Copilot Vision, a feature that captures what you see in Microsoft Edge and sends those screenshots to Microsoft servers for AI analysis. Even if you disable these tools, Windows 11 continues collecting diagnostic data about your device configuration, app usage, performance, and system errors, then transmits that information back to Microsoft as part of its always-on telemetry. Security researchers now describe these systems as a privacy nightmare, warning that AI agents with deep access to your files and screen introduce brand new attack surfaces that could let criminals hijack the very tools meant to help you. Over the next 15 minutes, you will see exactly what Microsoft is collecting through these AI systems, why experts are sounding the alarm, and what you can actually do to lock them down on your own machine. Microsoft introduced the feature as part of an experimental preview available to Windows insiders with a new toggle in the settings menu labeled Experimental Agentic Features. The company framed Copilot actions as a breakthrough in productivity, allowing users to delegate repetitive work to AI while they focus on higher value activities. At the same time, Microsoft rolled out Copilot Vision, which transforms how users interact with the web. Copilot Vision can view what is on your screen, apps, documents, photos, and even games, and provides step-by-step guidance or troubleshooting. The feature works like sharing your screen in a video call, capturing images of active browser tabs, and analyzing them with AI to offer context-aware suggestions. Microsoft positioned Vision as opt-in and privacy-conscious, emphasizing that users must actively enable it and that the feature only works on a pre-approved list of popular websites, excluding paywalled or sensitive content. The company also stressed that Copilot Vision deletes data following every session and does not store processed images, audio, or text long-term or use them to train AI models. Behind these headline features is a broader data collection infrastructure. Windows 11 continuously gathers diagnostic telemetry, which Microsoft describes as essential for maintaining performance and reliability. This telemetry includes device configuration details such as hardware specifications and drivers, system performance metrics like CPU and RAM usage, app performance and crash reports, security events, compatibility information, and error logs. Microsoft groups this data into two categories: required diagnostic data, which includes basic device identifiers and reliability metrics, and optional diagnostic data, which adds detailed app usage, feature interactions, and enhanced crash reports. Within weeks of the Copilot Actions announcement, security researchers began raising alarms about the risks. Microsoft itself acknowledged in a comprehensive support document that AI agents introduced novel security risks, primarily concerning the potential for an attacker to issue commands to them. The core vulnerability is straightforward. Copilot Actions requires read and write permissions for the majority of files within a user account to function effectively. By default, this includes everything in the documents, downloads, desktop, music, pictures, and videos directories. The agent can also access applications installed for all users on the machine, though applications limited to a single user account remain inaccessible. While Microsoft implemented standard Windows security mechanisms like access control lists to prevent unauthorized use, the fundamental problem remains. An AI agent with file system access becomes a target for attackers using a technique called cross-prompt injection attacks, or XPIA. In this attack, malicious content embedded in a document or website tricks the AI agent into executing unintended commands. For example, an attacker could craft a PDF containing hidden instructions that, when processed by Copilot Actions, tell the agent to copy sensitive files to an external location or modify system settings. Because the AI operates under the assumption that it has a complete understanding of its tasks, even when it does not, these attacks can succeed without the user realizing anything is wrong. Copilot Vision presents a different but equally serious threat. When enabled, the feature takes regular screenshots of what you are doing in Microsoft Edge and sends them to Microsoft Cloud servers for analysis. That means any sensitive information on your screen, passwords typed into login forms, work documents displayed in browser tabs, private messages in web-based chat applications, Banking details shown on financial websites could leave your PC and be transmitted over the internet. Microsoft claims the screenshots are deleted after each session, but security experts warn that the mere act of uploading screen content to the cloud creates exposure. If Microsoft servers are breached, or if an attacker intercepts the data in transit, sensitive information could be compromised. You probably think that because Copilot Vision is opt-in, you are safe as long as you do not enable it. But here is why that assumption is dangerous. Many users enable features during setup without fully understanding what they are agreeing to. Others might activate Copilot Vision to test it once, then forget to disable it permanently. Even if you are careful, diagnostic telemetry runs regardless of your choices about AI features. The response from privacy regulators and security experts has been swift and critical. While there have been no formal government investigations specifically targeting Copilot Actions or Copilot Vision as of late 2024, experts have drawn parallels to earlier controversies around Microsoft recall, which prompted the UK Information Commissioner Office to launch inquiries. Privacy advocates emphasize that these AI features raise the same fundamental concerns: lack of transparency about data collection, inadequate user consent mechanisms, and violations of the principle of data minimization. Under the General Data Protection Regulation, which applies in the European Union and the United Kingdom, companies must have a lawful basis for processing personal data and must only collect data that is necessary for a specific purpose. Copilot Vision practice of capturing screenshots of everything users browse and transmitting those images to the cloud arguably exceeds what is necessary for providing helpful suggestions. The fact that Copilot Vision is currently unavailable in the European Union suggests Microsoft is aware of potential conflicts with stricter privacy laws in that region. Cybersecurity experts have been even more direct. Independent researchers released tutorials showing how to disable experimental Copilot features and remove Copilot entirely from Windows 11, framing these steps as essential for protecting digital privacy and data security. Security professionals have also highlighted a lesser-known issue: Microsoft WebView 2 component, which powers web-based interfaces in many Windows applications, collects personal information from users and transmits it to Microsoft. This means even applications you think are running locally may be sending usage information to Microsoft without your knowledge. Imagine a person who works as a freelance attorney handling sensitive client cases. They store legal briefs, confidential agreements, and privileged communications in their documents folder. With Copilot Actions enabled and granted default file access, the AI agent can read those files to assist with tasks like organizing documents or drafting summaries. But if a malicious actor uses a cross-prompt injection attack, perhaps hidden in a PDF the lawyer downloads from an opposing party, the AI could be tricked into copying those privileged files to an external server. The attorney would have no idea their client confidentiality had been breached until it was too late. Consider a healthcare professional who uses their personal Windows 11 laptop for telemedicine appointments. They browse patient records through a web portal in Microsoft Edge, while Copilot Vision is enabled for convenient multitasking assistance. Every screenshot Copilot Vision captures includes patient names, diagnoses, treatment plans, and medical history, all transmitted to the Microsoft cloud. Even if Microsoft deletes the data after the session, that information has already left the secure environment of the healthcare provider systems, potentially violating regulations like the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, or HIPAA, which requires strict controls over patient data. For example, a small business owner manages payroll and financial records on their Windows 11 desktop. They keep spreadsheets with employee social security numbers, bank account details, and salary information in their downloads folder. When they enable experimental AI features to improve productivity, they unknowingly grant Copilot Actions write access to those files. A software vulnerability or a successful phishing attack could allow an attacker to manipulate the AI agent, instructing it to modify payroll data or exfiltrate sensitive employee information. These scenarios are not far-fetched. They reflect the real risks created when AI agents with broad system access operate without adequate oversight or security controls. Microsoft made changes to Copilot Actions and Copilot Vision in response to early criticism, but significant problems remain. For Copilot Actions, the company introduced a permission model that allows users to set preferences to ask before access for specific folders, like documents and downloads. This blocks blanket reads and forces Copilot to request permission for each task. However, the default configuration still grants access to multiple personal folders, and many users will not know to adjust these settings. Despite these precautions, the fundamental issue persists. An AI agent with file access is inherently vulnerable to manipulation, and Microsoft must carefully balance granting the agent necessary permissions while restricting its interaction with the broader system. For Copilot Vision, Microsoft implemented a pre-approved list of websites where the feature can function, blocking it from paywalled and sensitive content. The company also reiterated that processed audio, images, and text are not stored long-term or used to train AI models. Yet, independent analysis revealed that Copilot Vision still uploads screenshots to the cloud for processing, creating a window of exposure. Security experts recommend enabling Copilot Vision only when absolutely necessary and turning it off immediately afterward to minimize risk. What Microsoft has not addressed is the continuous diagnostic telemetry that runs regardless of whether AI features are enabled. Windows 11 collects required diagnostic data by default, and users cannot completely disable it. This means Microsoft maintains a persistent stream of information about your device and how you use it, justified as necessary for performance and security, but operating far beyond what most users realize or consent to. You can take immediate steps to limit what Microsoft collects, even if you cannot eliminate all data transmission. First, disable Copilot actions and experimental AI features. Go to Settings, then Privacy and Security, then look for experimental agentic features or Agent Workspace and turn it off. Second, if you have enabled Copilot Vision, disable it immediately. Open Microsoft Edge, click on the Copilot icon, and look for Vision settings. Turn off screen sharing and screenshot capture. Better yet, consider switching to a privacy-focused browser like Firefox or Brave that does not include Microsoft AI surveillance tools. Third, minimize diagnostic telemetry. Go to Settings, then Privacy and Security, then Diagnostics and Feedback, and set diagnostic data to required diagnostic data only. Fourth, control file permissions for AI features. Go to Settings, then Privacy and Security, then Copilot Actions permissions, and set file access to Ask Before Access for all folders. For advanced users, you can uninstall Copilot entirely from Windows 11. Open, Settings, go to Apps, then Installed Apps, search for Copilot, and select Uninstall. Your computer no longer just runs software, it runs surveillance. You have two choices. Option 1, open your settings right now and disable Copilot Actions, Copilot Vision, and unnecessary diagnostic telemetry. Option 2, share this video with someone who relies on Windows 11 for work or personal use, especially if they handle sensitive information. Comment below and tell me which option you chose, because accountability drives action. Next, I will be investigating how smartphone manufacturers are using AI to analyze your photos, messages, and location data in real time, and what that means for your privacy in 2025. Subscribe now so you do not miss it. The operating system you trust to protect your files and privacy has become the biggest threat to both. The only question is whether you are going to do something about it. Like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you never miss our latest tech breakdowns.